As the year 2021 comes to a close, we may be thinking about things that we can change about our lives. I, for one, certainly have a couple things within playing guitar that I have to change, and maybe you guys do too. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over 6 guitar New Year's resolutions. The first thing that maybe a lot of you guys struggle with is something that I kind of struggle with, or at least used to struggle with a lot, and that's playing the same thing over and over again. That's a habit I think we should all break as guitar players. If we consistently play the same thing over and over again, that's a great way to get stuck in a rut. I feel like the best way to keep your progress going as a player is to install new things into your playing themselves. Because if you don't, you're really not going to improve at all. The more we do this, and the more variety we add into our playing itself, chances are is going to make us a lot better or more well-rounded players. So just please, don't play the same things over and over again. Add some more stuff. The next thing, and I think a lot of players struggle with this, and that's paying too much attention to gear. So yeah, gear is important, and I'm a gear freak. I love gear. I love getting new guitars. I'm not really a pedal guy, but I love amps. I love everything like that. I love gear. But we can't really pay too much attention to gear, or else we're going to be more focusing on getting better gear than getting better as a player. And this is something that's super common with like the intermediate stage of playing guitar. I feel like we focus a lot on just getting better gear, and I feel like the more we focus on getting better as players, it's actually going to help us figure out what we want in a guitar anyways. The more advanced of a player you get, sometimes may create demands for different gear that you may need. So basically, focus on the playing first, and then worry about the gear. Though yes, the gear is very much fun, and I personally love it. The third, and in my opinion the most important one, is setting goals. It's hard to make improvements as a player if you don't have any goals to shoot for. Something important I think a lot of players should do is set individual goals, such as learning a different solo or a riff that you couldn't play before. If you set these goals and slowly but surely work your way towards them, that's going to make you a lot better of a player as if you don't have any goals and you're just aimlessly practicing randomly. That's hard to say. But the more you set goals, chances are it's going to feel a lot better whenever you actually get that thing, rather than just slowly getting better, rather than making jumps in skill through setting goals. And something super important about goals is to realize that they won't come in one day. I mean, depending on what the goal is. If I want to set a goal to learn an entire Dragon Force song in one day, chances are I'm not going to be able to do it. It's going to take a lot longer than that. I'm not at that skill level where I'm able to do that in one day. I don't think anyone is. But if you set a goal and every single day you do something, it doesn't have to be huge, just something small to get closer to it every single day, you'll get there in no time. Another super important goal, and something I definitely need to work on, is having a routine practice schedule. This resolution is certainly pointed towards me because this is something I absolutely struggle with. I found that me and a lot of other players, whenever we practice guitar, we don't really practice guitar. We just practice aimlessly. I tend to just noodle and just solo randomly over nothing, instead of actually trying to learn something different. And even then, sometimes just learning a new song isn't what you should be doing. Sometimes you should be working on different scales and certain chord progressions and just other things that you know you need to practice as well. Sure, learning riffs is fun, and soloing is a lot of fun too, but there's a lot more to guitar than just that. Will you get better by just learning random riffs and just soloing randomly? Absolutely, yeah, you'll get better, slowly. But you're not going to make as big of jumps and get better a lot quicker as if you practice things that sometimes may not be as fun. So having a set practice schedule and knowing exactly what you're going to practice before you actually start practicing, it's definitely going to help me, and maybe it's going to help a lot of you too. Something I need to work on as well is being more disciplined about changing my strings. Maybe you guys don't struggle with this, but maybe you guys struggle with a lot of other things, such as just taking care of your guitars too. The reason why I say changing strings is just because that's the one that I struggle with most, but maybe you guys struggle with just, other things that have to do with maintaining your guitar. Maybe you guys don't hydrate your fretboards as much as you should, or just polish it or clean it. Just whatever it is, taking care of your guitar is super important, and I feel like a lot of people don't live up to that expectation. And for me, that's just changing strings. That's something I don't do nearly as much as I should. I kind of just play them until they break, and that's not really good, especially if I make YouTube videos. If I make YouTube videos, I have to perform in some kind of way. And having dull strings is certainly not helping me in that at all. But changing strings is something I really need to work on, and maybe just maintaining or just changing your strings, whatever you guys struggle with, is something you guys need to work on too. The sixth and final thing I need to work on in my New Year's resolution is playing more guitar in my guitar YouTube channel. I've gotten lots of complaints before about not playing guitar, and I know it's kind of hypocritical because I'm not actually going to be playing any guitar in this video, but I've gotten a ton of complaints about not playing guitar on this channel. Though yes, in the past couple of videos this has been something I've worked on, and I think it was 2 videos ago, basically the entire video was me playing guitar. So this is something that I have been working on, but it's something I still need to continue to work on. Another thing that has to do with playing guitar on this channel is I need to learn how to properly record. The way I'm recording my guitar playing right now is I'm just using the built-in speaker microphone on my camera, which already isn't fantastic. I plan on upgrading that very soon. I use that microphone to just record the cabinet of my amp over here. Now that, I know, is not a proper way of recording things at all. It's not an accurate representation of what it actually sounds like, and it's not the best. So learning how to record properly is something I also need to work on, as well as just playing. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys would rather have some kind of playing in this video with maybe a little bit of improper recording technique rather than not have any playing or audio at all. So that's the last thing I need to work on, that I know of. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Are any of these 6 things that you need to work on? And if they are, please let me know down in the comments below. If you guys have anything else that you guys struggle with, also feel free to leave that down in the comments below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, feel free to click like, and if you loved it and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.